welcome back.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for more of this. I was just looking at what we have to do.
Why is there an exclamation mark next to help the Ravers start a nightclub?
We promised to help Suna with her project before the Ravers can move in. So we're helping her finish that so that then they can move in because she doesn't want to be in the same place as them. Mm-hmm. And she gave us the big thing, and I feel like we tried it, but it didn't work, or I have no memory of what happened. Did we not do that yet?
No.
Okay. I just imagined it in my mind. So we've talked to Klasia about the recording, but now it says we can talk to Titus again about it. So shall we do that on our way out?
Yeah.
I feel like we just keep going in circles, but that's okay.
With these two, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go back through the secret tunnel because I'm just excited about it in general.
Nice, nothing new.
Somebody in the comments within the last episode or so, suggested that after we finish this playthrough, that we do another playthrough. And do kind of like a kind of unhinged, full chaos.
Let me drive.
Is gonna drive. Yeah.
Yeah,
because quite a few of you liked it, so I was like, maybe we should do that.
Maybe. I was going to say, I kind of had floated this idea of maybe we would come back and do some of our saves and redo some of our decisions, the ones that we're curious about. But I kind of like that as well. It's just like speed run all of the wild choices that I would like to make.
Yeah. So I think we should ask this, but I also want to say, like, a lot of you guys have been saying, why don't you ask all the other things? And we do what we like. But I do think that we're past our information gathering with Titus.
That we're going to impact any checks, you mean?
Yeah,
so we may as well.
I feel more comfortable asking things like about the bullet because and what was going through my head, just so that you out there know my rationale, because I think I told it to Izza at the time, but it was like, I feel like the fact that we discovered the bullet was kind of like a
secret,
and possibly like an ace up our sleeve kind of situation, and might help to uncover some more information at a specific time. So that's why I wasn't kind of wanting to talk about it at first until we'd kind of like investigated all the other possible routes. Right. Yeah. So I'll start with this, and then we can go back here.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I talked to Klasia about the tape.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
I mean, what do you...
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
I don't like the top one because we all know locker room talk is not a thing, but it was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. It didn't change her mind.
I'm into that one, but I'd be, if you want me to go with the other of these two, I
was kind of like siding with him, which is fine when we're interrogating, but we know that the game treats that as if it's our actual stance.
It can. It seems inconsistent when it does that and when it doesn't do that, which is part of why I get really gun shy of making choices.
Let's go with number two.
Number two. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. It didn't change your mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Ooh. I mean, she did say that. I'm just wary of this conversation. Like,
I don't want to be saying everything she said to him.
No, exactly that, and also like, I don't know how realistic this game is going to get with this stuff because it's sort of like a weird mishmash of hyper-realism and hyper-surrealism. This game, but
one or two, I think, are good options. She did not say what-de-do. You want to finish? Yeah.
sorry, just to finish my thought, when a guy is angry at a woman, I'm always inclined to protect her because, especially when anything sexual is involved, so I don't want to just kind of be.
Well, this in this situation, we're talking about Titus.
Yes.
Imposing something on her and imposing a narrative on her. B, it might have been a bit of like white knighting, maybe, but
It suited his purposes, right?
it suited his purposes. And now that she's not playing along as he expected, is she at risk?
Exactly.
But one or two, I think, which is she did not say whoop-de-doo, or it did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Okay.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
I am so scared for her right now.
All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. Again, something interesting in the comments. Like, some of you seem quite conflicted over whether you like or dislike Elizabeth's character. What are your thoughts? Is it?
I don't think she's meant to be likable, but I like her character, if that makes sense.
I feel like I'm in the exact same boat. Like, I like that she's kind of complex. I like that she just like straight out tried to trick us.
Yes.
When we started, like, yeah, good for her. Like,
Yeah.
she was like, I'm going to take your assumptions you make about me, and I'm gonna see what I can get out of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
I mean, my thoughts are you were a murderer before, and you're still a murderer.
Yeah, and you're...
I don't really care what other circumstantial evidence there is.
Yes. Well, this is his justification, which is sort of falling apart, right?
Yeah, and like, I don't know. While I can agree with some, like on an ethical level with, I don't know what word you'd use for it, like community justice. Wait, yes. I think it's a good concept in theory, but in practice, the reality is often more like mob justice than community justice. And this was not just a situation of a guy came into your community, he was violent, he raped someone, and so you guys killed him. Like, you guys killed him because he was interfering with your strike. And the fact that there was other things going on was just convenient for your narrative. In my opinion.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Ooh, okay, thanks, Rhetoric. So let's just read our options, eh? I think...
Yeah, you go ahead.
I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. And be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
Don't have to say everything out loud, just mix and match. I mean, I think this is true.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I want to say it, though.
Because of Rhetoric?
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have said that as the option.
I kind of like two, for it's kind of like giving him a bit of a jostle, but not necessarily saying anything.
Okay. Yep, 2 or 4. 2 or just move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Oh, the top one's fucking wild.
I kind of love all of these in different ways. So our options are Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of a pro. Or, you don't know, she's a model. She won a pageant. Or, she's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. Or, she's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. Or, I guess you do know her then.
I don't want to say the top one, but I think the top one's hilarious because, we can't
You don't want
trust.
to say it?
Well, we can't trust any of our thoughts.
Yeah.
Which is so
I could
funny.
be just as happy saying that one.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
What kind of pro? Y'all saying she's a hooker?
No, no.
He forces himself to pick up the beer and take a gulp. That's not what we
No,
said.
he's not saying that. Forget about it.
Okay, we're back here. So let's just say, be straight with me what really happened.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
So now I feel it's the perfect time to pull out we found a bullet.
Oh,
Because he's
let's
on
do
the
it.
back foot.
Who
Yes.
could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Oh, if we get
Come
a
on,
new option.
Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
Yeah, I think he does have feelings for her. He throws his beer can down.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
Right.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Oh.
Maybe we won't get to ask him
Yeah.
that question. There's silence in the room. Elaine starts to saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
I must say, before I clicked on the option to start this thing about Claudia, I was like, I wonder if we should ask about this stuff before we say this in case the conversation concludes. But if it has, it has.
Too bad. So sad.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
God.
100
Long-suffering
beers?
God.
Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh. Interesting.
58. What is it? Rhetoric.
Rhetoric, godly 16. Convince Titus he is being manipulated.
Look at this though. 58%. So we can check our rhetoric. We might be able to bump that up to like 70.
Yeah, so we've got a +1 because Everett asked these guys to cooperate. +1 because compromised skill set known. Oh, worth talking to Claudia. +1 because we discussed the 8th Hardy, and +1 because we confronted.
I reckon we do some of our other things now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
want to
too.
talk about the bullet.
Yeah.
I want the witness. Yeah.
I found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Yeah, sure is.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
Oh my gosh. No.
What an amazing non-response.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Okay.
Yes, drama. I'm into this.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Why was this, show them the bullet, in the victim's head?
I hope they don't snatch it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Go on.
Wow. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all.
Yeah.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have
No,
told
they
you what
haven't.
happened.
Yes.
Or do we want to say the hanging was we think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting, or did you guys shoot him?
I think the hanging was cover up for shooting. They're trying to protect the person who did the shooting. Yeah?
Yeah, we think
already
so.
knew that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
So we're going to click this one?
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Wow.
Thanks, Titus.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Yeah.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Nice.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
What the heck?
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
Uh-huh.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Okay.
She's very good at intervening when we're asking a direct question and implying that they've somehow already asked that direct question, but actually they haven't. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Did that change
Next to this
anything?
one?
Yes.
Good.
All right, what else can we ask?
Okay.
I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
Can I actually just leave and save, put on our rhetoric stuff,
Because it might be enough.
and then come back? And if we ask these, yeah, yes. I'm agreeing with myself without even waiting for you to answer my question.
Are you worried that we're going to put a negative on?
I'm worried we're going to put a negative on it. Yeah. Okay, rhetoric. We've got a -1 at the moment from something we're wearing. There we go. It's the hat. Let's put a better hat on.
Unless the other hat, the one at the bottom left. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Put that hat on. You can leave your hat on.
So what colour was rhetoric?
Light blue.
Light blue.
Oop, minus. I'm not sure whether we have any rhetoric here.
I don't know.
I
I have to say, I love that we have good drama skills.
Yeah.
It's very pleasing.
We'd love to know, while we
There.
haven't promised to do another playthrough because that would take a lot of time. We'd love to know what you guys would like us to put all our stats into for the theoretical
Second playthrough.
Second playthrough.
What's wild and unhinged? What would give us an interesting time?
Because we put our points into what do you call it? Perception, and we did a really low physique, so we could do it the other way around.
We've got good rhetoric, we've got good volition, we've got Shivers. Oh, it's only at 4, but Shivers has been doing well by us.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, I think Shivers goes up and down depending on what we've got on.
So
Yeah, but we think like maybe high physical instrument, high electrochemistry
Yes.
for this. Again,
oh my gosh, we're gonna get so drunk.
Theoretical.
What
Did
is
I
it?
save it? No, I didn't save it.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I realize this is agonizing seconds every time.
Oh, we're just gonna try it.
I think we should just try it. Yeah. So we don't get any negatives first. But I'm just gonna save. I never know why games have both a save and
It's
a quick
you
save
again. What
in
is
the same menu.
that context, yeah. I think it makes more sense if you can have a
There's like a button.
or you can quick save between proper say. I don't know. No, you're
Yeah.
right. Fuck it. I don't know.
So I could click this now. I could say the joystick.
Let's go.
You click it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Ooh.
Outside, under the rising sun, tattered and in ruins, the windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning light.
Oh, shivers. That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because
Ooh. Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
they kill you because they think it's funny.
Can we just read through our options? They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They just hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They don't care. I like number 2.
I can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
I'm surprised Elizabeth hasn't intervened.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
He does seem to be the smart one. Mm-hmm. But also, you can't just shoot a cop in broad daylight.
Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Ooh, okay. Let's not look at Kim because...
Well, we can say look at Kim first.
True.
Oh,
I feel like Kim always just picks one for us when we do that.
I'm very nervous about the fact that we just took off a whole lot of the armor.
Okay, so our options are turn to Angus or what? You're going to kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason. Or we can turn to Theo is what happens if I keep talking? You're going to kill me too in this bar for nothing? Or we can look at Kim.
I'm inclined to go with this one because we know he's the weak link.
All right.
Whew. We might be about to get shot, fam.
Ooh.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him.
Buddy! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
What, kill him too?
Stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
You don't. No.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
I wonder if we can get his inhale for
I'm
him.
sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Whoa.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Her?
Ooh.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Oh, it's all coming apart!
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She's given him time to cool down. She walks off without looking back. Well, actually, no. I mean, like, it's...
I feel like she said that so that we could talk to her privately, but I don't know whether that was just like... Maybe she's mad and needs time to cool off.
Maybe.
I'm worried
What
Angus
just
is going to
happened
die.
between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Question.
Kim, we did it. It might not be great.
Do you feel like this will help or hinder us?
No, I don't think we should do that.
Okay.
But it could go either way, right?
It could go either way, so that's why I asked. So let's not say it.
One of the
We're
bottom
both-
3 I'm happy with. So you didn't kill him? He was already dead? Or so who killed the merc then? Any leads? Or whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers. Actually, maybe 3 or 5.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to hang anyway?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
What's he doing? He stepped closer to us
A
to say
little too
that.
far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
I kind of like that one. Just, it's okay for there to be a hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys, and that's it.
Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klaasja
I
you
wanna
want
whisper.
to talk to.
Oh, I want to whisper if Kim, we did it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lieutenant gives a smile. Only you can see.
I love how hesitant you are. But look at this.
Well, I was worried that he would overhear us and be mad about it.
Yeah. Friends, don't ever say that Momo doesn't give me anything.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
I feel like Kim's having a good time.
I
at
think
this
so
point.
too, yeah.
Another nod.
'Cause
Why?
the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls,
girls. No, tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm just based on this word "girls" plural here. Like, yes, it could be the 8th Hardy and Elizabeth, but if it's the 8th Hardy and Klaasja, Klaasja said she was hiding when he was killed, and she was hiding with a cleaner.
Yes.
Is the cleaner the 8th Hardy?
Well, I thought 8th Hardy was a trucker.
That's true.
Could also be a cleaner, though.
Okay. Maybe my idea is wrong.
No, but I mean, I'm loving this. Like, let's put all the
There's
connections together.
plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her.
Yes, pulling on this thread that you're pulling on. Yeah.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
So what happened on Sunday night?
Klaasja came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to us.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there.
Someone
He
needs to
could
get
speak
that
if he
guy his
wanted to.
inhaler.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through
Oh, the window.
That fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
So that's why he actually kind of believed, maybe a little bit, that Klaasja got raped.
Maybe, yeah.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
If Klaasja didn't kill him,
Can I ask this?
yeah.
Who's
Tibbs?
Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Okay.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Oh. Yes. If
So if
Klaasja-
Klaasja didn't kill him, why the cover up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
hang on. Yeah, I told you she's not what she seems. She's had special training for something shady. I don't know about that. I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about? I don't know.
That's really interesting. Sorry, you say what's on your mind.
I feel like these options are not quite... Like, you may have noticed she's in some shit of her own. Like, yeah, she does seem to be in shit, but she's had special training for something shady? I don't know. Do we think that?
That's a jump I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Because, like, when Harry was reacting to how she was manipulating him, my thought was that it was just like, she's a beguiling woman who's used to beguiling people.
Right, and not necessarily consciously.
Not necessarily consciously, might be part of it, but kind of like she's gotten good at it in her life for whatever reason. And I wouldn't necessarily think that that's someone who's had special training, but we do know that she was a model, so there's some of that as part of that, right? Like there's some of that, like putting on a facade, and we know that she is into literature.
Yes.
At least that's what she's told us.
Shall we say the top one? I'm kind of interested in what he says in response to that.
Yeah, I'm interested in it too, because I'm like, if she's had special training...
What, is she a spy?
Yeah, is she a spy? And he's such a weird target for that. Like, why him? And yeah.
You mean the
guy who was murdered.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Oh, you meant that kind of training, like a spy. Maybe. The kind of people who are after her. I guess she'd have to be.
Wow. These people, who are they?
Who's after her? Yeah.
They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Ooh.
I feel like he's the one being played now.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And that's what she's told him. We don't know if that is true.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Okay, so who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside.
What?
Behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Maybe we can go and
Do we
area.
know? Shit, if we... I bet he wouldn't know, but if the glass was blown inwards, that would mean the shot came from outside.
Well, let's ask.
Although, we have the bullet, right? So it can't have gone through his head and out the window.
No, that's right, yes.
So
yeah.
unless there were two shots, the fact that the bullet came in from outside is true.
Yes, good reasoning. What are we thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or
Yeah,
his.
maybe he wasn't the target after all.
Wow! Things suddenly got so much more complicated.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe.
Why would she
it
still
was
be
meant
here,
for
though?
her.
If the people tried to kill her.
Yes, great point.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Ooh, and you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He paused to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing
Are you
this
helping us,
clown
Titus, or
dance
what?
with
What are
you.
you doing?
And also, like, stop acting like it's our fault that you've been lying your face off to
Yeah,
us.
why would we know
if
this?
You just told us the truth from the beginning. We
He's
could
like,
have been
you should
actually
have looked at the
investigating the
trajectory.
case.
You should have looked at the trajectory of the bullet. We didn't know.
What the fuck?
That's where he was shot.
There's so much gaslighting going on in this.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and
Okay.
became himself again.
Let's say the top one.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries
Visual make
newspapers,
shivers.
circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
Oh, it's like Shivers is telling us as we're on the right track.
She, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
You would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
This is really interesting because Claudia was specifically involved in the cover-up. He created a lie to protect her, and then she said that wasn't the case. If she just agreed with the lie, then the cover-up would have been complete.
Yes, so that's why he's fucked off, right? Because he was helping her. Helping,
Yeah.
quote unquote, her.
But also, why is it in her interest to not go along with the lie?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Maybe she didn't want to cover up.
Maybe she didn't want her name part of the record.
Maybe.
Maybe she really was so in love with this guy that she didn't want his name to be besmirched, even if it meant that.
I don't know if she loved him.
I feel like she did.
No,
I feel like she had this really passionate experience with him. Like, not necessarily like love in the traditional sense.
I think they had a connection, but I don't know. It didn't come across as love to me. But, who knows?
I guess, what other word would I use to describe it? Yeah, connection's probably a good word. Like, I feel like she felt like she met a kindred spirit.
I wonder, the piece of the puzzle that we don't know is the other...
The other woman?
Yes, and what...
Why was she involved at all?
Right, and what part did she play is what I'm wondering. So I kind of feel like we don't have enough pieces of the puzzle yet to put it together.
You would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
All right, ma'am.
We'll take that into account.
Lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket and he turns to Lee.
Yeah. Wow. Shit. Should we quickly run upstairs and talk to her?
I don't know if we have time.
We do.
I'm also now curious about our mate here. Because he had line of sight to he had line of sight to the
courtyard.
The courtyard, not
Yes.
necessarily to the bedroom.
No, and he's told us about the courtyard.
Yes, but now I'm like, is he an assassin as well? Everyone's an assassin.
Oh my gosh.
We're an assassin.
We just don't remember it.
Yeah. You know what do they call it? Like when someone's like a
sleeper.
A sleeper assassin. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is so stressful. Okay. Are we happy with the... I mean, we can always change our clothes. Well, in theory, we can always change our clothes.
Who knows?
What?
This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Claudia, you've been... Between her and Titus, we've just been...
Ah, yes, she is there. Correct.
You feel someone watching you behind the glass door, a woman. All right, Claudia. Tell us the truth.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Yeah.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two, then move on to
Shut up, Rhetoric. Shut up, you compromised piece of shit.
No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Not up to the fucking airship watching everything we're doing?
Oh, fuck, I forget about that.
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Buindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old, old world.
I could go for 3 or 1.
1?
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What are our options here? What did you have to do with... what did you do to have these people after you? What?
Or what happened here the night he died?
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
And then when was the window changed? We don't really care about that.
What about what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered.
No, this is not the
I
deal
was
I
on my
needed.
back, looking
But
at
also,
him.
keep going.
I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open.
Oh, she
Dumb.
could see the hole through her heel.
I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She
That's pretty
keeps herself
horrific.
together.
That's
and says
terrible.
I knew he was dead
Oh, that's grim.
before he fell down on top of me.
Oh, no.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her side. I mean, we drink before, but also, ooh, no, not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Do I hate it when you can't tell whether you'll get to come back to the options. Because I want to say this, but then have these to choose from.
If we get the chance to talk about the cigarette, it'll come back. It'll come back if we get the other option. So if we don't have
That's
another option,
true.
I'd like to say
That's
I'm
a good
sorry.
point.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Or this one?
I like number 2.
Okay. Sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She looks down. Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
I mean, if she was off her head, she might not know.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked, but that was after. Didn't he also say it looked like she'd done it after?
Yeah. Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
I'm sure that really
Did
helped.
you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Yeah, let's ask.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
We've got some more options. What would you like to do next?
I'd quite like to ask this one. Even though I want to know this, I'm hoping we'll come back. What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
It's not Wild Pines, is it?
Oh.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
What were you saying?
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
Well, she destroyed them because they were doing illegal shit, then...
Were they?
I don't know.
I don't think that. I think.
Oh, because it's corporate espionage.
Yeah. I don't think that it was. I think
just-
they're stealing company secrets so that they can use it for their own benefit.
I see.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know.
Oh.
They're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries.
Oh.
The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Okay. Let's just say Papalolo.
I'm just reading option number
Papalolo?
3. Serves them right. When I am king, the savings bank will be first against the wall.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to say Papalolo.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that.
That or the bottom one. There's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
I want to say this one because I
Okay.
feel like she's feeling guilty for something. But like,
Yes.
how much was it her doing versus?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're gonna say.
I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people, too, not just C-suite. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
I guess that gives a lot of context for why she's so like running away from life. You know, not just physically running away, but like all the shit she's into. If
that
she's
makes sense.
if she's dealing with a lot of guilt. You know, we see things like this in our world with things like the IMF and like smaller countries having their economies fucked with by external powers, and it does really screw people over. It causes people to have generations of poverty and die because of that poverty.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she said it 100 times to herself to get used to the idea. Out of guilt.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
Well, I think that a bottom answer is the correct one. Harry doesn't deal with it, right?
Or number 2, by not remembering a single goddamn thing.
It is full of cotton wool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you want me to say?
Either, yeah.
That would do the trick, yes.
Well, she's trying to do that, isn't she?
Yeah. She's almost devoured the cigarette she lit. She looks at it sadly. I'm just aware of the time because we're trying to get through 2 episodes tonight. Should we finish this conversation before we finish the episode, or should we cut it here?
Oh, friends. Oh, should we give it a few more minutes? See if we can.
Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Yeah.
Sylvie was tending the bar.
Fucking knew that
A lot
girl
of
was
people
involved
were there.
somehow.
The
we knew that,
Hardys
though.
were at the table in front of the stage.
No.
I think the union box was full.
Because we called Sylvie,
Ruby
right?
was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed
Ruby!
me.
Who's Ruby?
I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who was Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
I like that. He's like, yes, Harry, you've been gunning for this. You deserve this.
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
I think we did think there was something slightly funny about the markings on his neck or something like that.
don't recall,
But yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks to the ground and raises her light brown eyes to meet her. I think it's really interesting how her actions are being narrated, and her actions feel, even now, quite...
Yes, I'd like to...
coquettish?
Yeah, I wonder if it was narrated just the same before, but we didn't interpret it that way. I'd be...
I'm interested
might
that
look
this
back.
here was a failure. What did we fail at perceiving?
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while, that we should lay low or something. So I did.
This ruby, where is this ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
That's a really good point.
What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything.
Oh, but you
How
can tell from
come?
people's demeanor sometimes.
It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot.
Interesting. Interesting point, though.
It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Classia.
All right, shall we cut it there and then carry on?
Yeah. All right. Wow. Lore dump.
Lore dump, and we're going to just pick straight back up in the next episode, friends.
Yeah. Do you think Classia actually did it and is hiding it?
No. Do you?
I'm like 60% no, 40% yes.
Ooh. What makes you think that?
No, 30% yes.
Right, that she shot him.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic behind someone killing him and not killing her.
So maybe she lured him into the room and she was standing outside and shot him, but
yeah, that doesn't really make any sense, does it? We still haven't found the helmet.
No. We have not.
And we only know that someone saw a woman, or a girl, I think was the language used, throwing it into the ocean. Is that right?
The ocean. I don't know if they were throwing it in. Definitely a girl.
Because
I got
if
the impression
he
it was a
wearing
young
the
girl.
helmet, he wouldn't have died from that shot. So
May not have, right?
So the fact that she says that he was only wearing his boots does line up with her story at that point anyway.
Sure. Yeah. We need to find Ruby.
We need to find Ruby. We've needed to find Ruby this whole time.
We just didn't know Ruby's name.
We've tried to ask the smoking guy outside multiple times. Not the smoker on the balcony, the other smoking guy. And we've failed on that at least 3 times, I think.
Yeah. Well,
But
now that
hopefully
we have
Titus will tell us at least something. Guys,
Super Grim.
love to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
As always, thank you so much to everyone who participates in the chats because
Friends, it's actually really lovely.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just gonna stop there. Not even gonna save it. And we'll catch you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye. I didn't even wish people anything.
This is your opportunity.
Oh, friends.
The ending music is playing.
Go have a nap.